Sunday, October 26, 2025, MMAOB Daily Podcast. Adam Martin, Big Marcel, your hosts. We're here to preview UFC Vegas 110. Steve Garcia versus David Onama. A fun fight, in my opinion. A fight that, I don't think a year ago would have been on anyone's radar to headline a fight night card. But with these guys both being on, nice win streaks right now, I'll be honest, I know a lot of people are down on this being a main event, but for me, these are the kind of fights that should headline the Apex card, kind of. You know what I mean, Marcel? What do you think? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I have no problem with it, to be really honest. Garcia asked for to fight the headline in the Apex, and he got the switch. So
who does that, right? No one asked that.
Yeah.
Dana and Mick were probably like, "Oh yeah, let's do it then. We're gonna give you your wish, kid." So, the funny thing is, he's actually fighting down in the rankings, which is crazy to me because he's been incredible, But good for him. All right, I just tweeted out, Marcel. If you want to throw that retweet, that'd be great.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's get some comments. Lazy Bed, what's up? Yeah, it's time, man. It's time. Bruce Buffer. Dan back here. Dan, half the battle. What's up, brother? Glad to have you here. Smash the like. Give us a like, guys. Give Dan a follow. Half the battle. I think Dan just broke 10,000 followers or something. Really good, Dan. I mean, you've been doing it forever, man. Credit to you, brother, because, we've been doing it for 5 years, and you've been doing it for I know you've been doing it for over 10 now. So it takes a lot to, grind it out every week for that many years, man. So credit to you, brother. I think it's a good main event too. I like the main event. The card overall it's actually not. It's crazy to say this card's going to be better than the last card. I don't have any doubt about that. I think you agree, right?
It's probably not that hard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But I think there's some fun fights. I will say there's some filler fights too. Some fights where loser gets cut, but there's some fun fights. I don't think they're ever going to go back on the road permanently, Antoine, although I hope. I think next year they're going to do less Apex cards. How many did they do this year? Was it 10 or something?
They started with 101. So
this year, okay, sorry. So it is. So it's 12 then, right? Or 11 or something.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 exactly.
So one a month. Okay, that's what I said before, though. To be fair, I said last podcast, one fight night, one number, one Apex. So that makes sense. Name change? What happened? Oh, for you, True? Yeah, True Shot. I like the True Shot thing. Kotar, yeah. But Antoine, let's talk about this card, man. That's in the couple weeks, brother. I love how Antoine's always piped up for the fights, but Antoine, I can't get into that one right now. Yeah, I like Brady from DFS by the numbers is really good too. He's got a good podcast. That's a tough fight. Durden's been training Pitoja the last 7 weeks. There will be no excuses anywhere, anytime, any place. Yeah, that's a short notice fight. I don't know if the odds came out yet. Let me check. I know that did you break the fight, Marcel? That fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Marcel's the man. We don't have odds for that fight, so they'll probably come out tomorrow.
What the main event, right? Or not?
I'm talking about Cody Durden and Allan Nascimento, which is the main event in Dan's heart. That's his main event. But
Octagon broke that fight. Octagon update.
Oh, he did. Okay, that's who it was. Yeah, good old Octagon, our boy. Good for him breaking that fight. But so let's get some housekeeping out of the way. The other fight was Miles Johnson moving Gafarov is off. Miles Johnson, is he still on the card?
I talked to him 2 days ago, and he's like, "I hope I get something. I fight somebody," but he didn't hear anything yet. So,
well, I don't think so because there's 13 fights. I don't think I don't think they need it. I hate to say it because it sucks that his fight fell off, but I feel like they're gonna do. Maybe they will, but what it would be probably someone who fought on that tough enough card, maybe someone like that, who's in Vegas that has the medicals and everything. Would that make sense to you?
Or a teammate from another guy.
Who? Oh, from
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know either, so it's all good. All right, let me.
I mean a teammate from somebody who's already fighting on the card. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense too. I can see that happening. All right, hopefully they keep him on the card. I kind of feel like they're just gonna go with the.
But by the way. Yeah. I forgot to say in the last podcast, I really laughed when with the walkout song from Vieira and Roba. I can see clearly now. That's great.
Yeah, the best walkout song was actually Jackie's song because she rocked the Pride theme song, but then she laid an egg, dude. So I love chicken, but not in that case. All right. I think Dirt will be a dog for sure. Yeah, I'd go to Abu Dhabi for sure, Antoine. 100%. I'd love to go. All right, let's get into the card. Your overall thoughts on the card? Getting into it, out of 10, what do you think? Is it a 7?
It's decent. At least they made the bout order a little bit better than what it was before.
I still think it's a weird bout order, personally.
Yeah. Yeah, you were like, "What the fuck is this?" To me,
It was weird. I think it's weird because I think you have, I know, Dumont and Vieira is probably going to the decision, but like, it probably is going to be the number one contender fight. You have it
it
buried in
has
the
to be on the
prelims.
main card. Yeah, I
It's
agree.
weird to me. It's weird to me, dude. I don't know. I still think there's some fights that shouldn't be in the main card. There are, but I think overall it's actually a fun card. Like, I really do. I think it's going to be a fun fight night. I think you're probably going to see like 8 or 9 finishes, like also in that small cage. So fun card. I would think, yeah, like a 7 is fair. Would you say?
Yeah. What would be your walkout song?
I had a fight. I had the Muay Thai fight once. I walked out to a song called Atlas Air by Massive Attack. You know Massive Attack?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you know Atlas Air by them?
Yeah.
That's what I walked out to. It was awesome.
Oh, nice.
So the fucked up thing was that I gave the DJ my CD. I'm like, here's the song. He stole the CD from me because I went back. He's like, "Oh, my kid's in the Muay Thai class. I'll give it back. I'll give it back to you the next day." And I went to the guy who runs the place. I'm like, "Where's that DJ guy?" He's like, "I don't know who the guy is. I just hired him for the event." I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? This guy stole my CD because he liked the song so much." So I ended up buying the CD again, but I actually have 2 cases now of the same CD for Helios Land by Massive Attack. It's one of my favorite bands of all time.
This is how the guy got this collection of CDs.
He just steals from people that are concussed from their Muay Thai fights. So that's my answer. What would your song be? Something by Korn, right? Like
I would go by either Rusty Cage
Porno Freak or something.
No. I would go by Rusty Cage for
Soundgarden. Yeah,
Monster from Rammstein.
Yeah, that'd be sick too. Lazy Bed said Berserkers by Black Label Society. You know them? That's Zach Wild, the guitarist. It's pretty cool. Really heavy stuff. All right, and then Volkov, it's Rammstein all day.
Yeah.
Let's get into the card, Marcel. Start with the first fight on the card. I'm using the UFC Stats.com bout order, which I believe is the same one that you gave me, Marcel. So first bout on the card, guys, is a fight that, I'll be honest, I don't care about that much. I'm glad it's the first fight. The classic curtain jerker, Marcel, between the women's strawweights as Talita Alencar takes on Ariane Carnelossi. Talita minus 240, Ariane plus 205. I'll start in this one. I think just based on the fact it's like a women's strawweight belt between 2 girls that don't have a lot of finishing ability, it's probably going to 3 rounds. I do think Talita can probably get some takedowns and kind of lay in top position here in this fight. I know Carnelossi is strong, but I also still feel like her takedown defense isn't the best. Not expecting a great fight here. I think Talita probably wins a decision. She actually opened as like a minus 500 favorite, so that was way too high, I would think. But I do think she wins the fight probably by a close decision. What do you think?
Yeah, I think she's more technical on the ground. The thing is like the strength, I think Ariane's probably stronger than her. So she needs to win at least 2 of the 3 rounds early on, Talita, I think, This is, I would bet on this fight at all. I don't know why she was minus 500. I think that's crazy, because
Ariane now. Yeah,
I still think that's pretty high. For me, it's much more closer. I think, listen, Talita is a small girl, and Ariane, she is kind of like pretty, how do you say that? Pretty stocky, I would almost say, and she's
they're both short. It's 5'1" versus 5'2", but she's like stockier for sure.
She looks more bulkier, you know what I mean? Talita doesn't look that bulky. So,
taking the dog?
No, I'm going with Talita this time. I took Vanessa over her last time, which was stupid. Yeah. I'm taking Talita here, but I'm not sure, dude. I'm not sure, dude. I'm not sure.
14% takedown defense for Carnelossi. That is really bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, 50% for Talita also bad. But I think Carnelossi's gonna get taken down, probably controlled. But yeah, no, I don't really care about this fight that much. But that's my pick for it. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. We have a fight that, I told you, I love Phil Rowe, and the Fresh Prince should be higher in the card against Seokhyeon, as you say. What did Brandon Fitzgerald say? What's his name again, Marcel?
Brandon Fitzgerald was like, when you're coming to the octagon, we have the South Korean Seokhyeon.
Coming to the octagon. Coming, get it? Coming. Get it? Yeah. All right, let's go to the odds for this one.
Great.
Ko minus 200, Phil Rowe plus 170. So I love Phil Rowe. I love him.
Yeah.
Fun fighter. That last fight was incredible. That knockout over, God, what's the guy's name again? Angelosa. How did he not get a bonus? That is insane. You know what's crazy? Phil has 4 knockouts in the UFC, has 0 bonuses. It's weird. Unfortunately, dude, you talk about bad takedown defense. Phil Rowe's takedown defense is so bad. It's 56% on paper, and it's worse when you watch a fight. Like, he gets taken down and controlled. He kind of wins fights because he's just so big and great cardio and conditioning and good knockout power and stuff. If he keeps on the feet, I think he's definitely got a chance to win. He knocked Ko out, but I think we saw against Oba and Elliott, dude, that was an impressive performance, man.
Yeah.
6 takedowns, and 10 minutes of control time. I don't see any reason he can't do the same thing here. I really don't. I hate to say it, but I really like this matchup for Ko, especially after the last fight. I think Ko wins the decision. What do you think?
I always collab with Phil Rowe's fight announcements on Instagram, so he's going to absolutely beat me up if he hears it.
I know.
But
Say
yeah,
quick.
I got to go with Ko here as well. He really impressed me against Oban Elliott, and I wasn't like after his contender series fight against the Cavalcanti guy. I wasn't really impressed by him at all, and we were both.
No, we both said he shouldn't be signed. Why did he get signed? And then he has a great performance, right?
He proved to us why he was signed in his last fight, so I'm picking him. I think he wins a decision.
I'm with you. Blake, what's up, brother? Glad to have you here. Blake has a new contender from Australia, Marcel, Quillen Salkeld. So good for Blake and the Aussie fans. All right, let's get the next fight here. We have another women's strawweight bout, Marcel.
Which was first on the main card, not the prelims.
It was supposed to be, right? We have Alice Ardelean taking on Montserrat Conejo Ruiz, who 1-3 with 3 knockout losses, coming back to getting re-signed, I guess. It's weird to me. Hasn't fought in a while. Alice is minus 400, Marcel. Montserrat plus 300. Listen, again, another fight don't care a ton about, but how could you pick Ruiz? I mean, you talk about just a fighter that shouldn't be in the roster. 1-3, 3 knockout losses. She had that win over Seokhyeon Vlismas, which was 4 years ago, dude. That was her only win. She's looked horrible since that game, just destroyed in her fights. Ardelean, listen, I don't think she's that great, but I thought she had a good performance her last fight against Hayani Santos. Kept the fight standing, outstruck her. Dude, she won the fight of the night bonus. That was impressive and very tough. Very tough. So Ardelean by decision, right? That's the pick here?
Yeah, battle of the booty, right? Montserrat Conejo. Yeah. I mean, it's.
Oh, I can hear something. I don't know if you're turning something. I can hear something.
Something in my hand, my bad.
Very loud.
That's battle of the booty, I mean, Montserrat always shaking her ass during the weigh-ins, and Alice always posting booty pics. So, I mean, what else can we say about it? Montserrat, hasn't been impressive at all. She got that first one against Seokhyeon Vlismas, where Seokhyeon was like, "I follow you back to your home, bitch," or something after the fight.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
And Alice Ardelean, a decent fighter. She looked really good in her last fight, I got to say, man. Before that, not really. I'm picking Alice here to win. Decision, probably,
Yeah, no, I think so too. I think that's the way to go here. Could she finish her? Could she take KO her, maybe? Is it possible?
I have no idea. It's definitely possible.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking on, that might be a sneaky play, like a TKO, because she's been getting finished in all her fights. Maybe she could get her to the ground and she has good cardio, Alice. She does have good cardio. So that's a potential play, guys. TKO. It's sneaky play if the odds are amazing. I don't know what they are, but again, decision seems likely, but I think it's possible. All right, let's go to the next fight here, Marcel. We have another women's fight. This one in the UFC Women's Bantamweight division, which could be a number one contender fight. Ketlen Vieira taking on Norma Dumont. Speaking of the asses, Marcel, we got Norma Dumont, the dump truck on this card. So I know you love that, and I know that what's his name, Marco Tulio loves that. So, and actually, it's funny, Tulio's on the next card, I think. Yeah. It's Christian Leroy Duncan. So, that's her guy. Norma's the favorite, minus 160. Ketlen plus 140. I think it's gonna just the way that these two match up. I think it'll be very competitive, But to me, Marcel, Norma's looking really good, dude, and she's making improvements with her striking. Obviously, good grappler too. Ketlen's got amazing takedown defense. I don't think the fight goes to the ground. I think it stays on the feet, and I think Norma's gonna outstrike her and win decision. I think Norma by decision is the pick here for sure. It's gonna be. I think it might be a better fight than people think. But I like Norma Dumont quite a bit in this fight, guys, and. Again, I think it's going to be competitive just based on the fact that, they're both top of the division in fighters right now. But Norma wins. Norma wins this fight, right?
Every time I pick against Ketlen Vieira, she somehow wins.
That's the worry. That's the worry.
But yeah, I'm also pretty convinced Norma will take a decision here. So I'm going to say not much more. I think she wins the decision, and she might get the title shot next, if she wins.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. Let's go to the next fight here, guys. We have the Mick Maynard special. We got the former heavyweight Donte Johnson dropping 2 weight classes here. Take on SD Dumas, who took the fight on short notice for Nick Klein. Yeah. So pretty short notice for SD. Donte, big favorite. Marcel, one of the biggest favorites in the card. He might be the biggest favorite right now. Second biggest. Minus 350, Donte Johnson. SD Dumas plus 285. I mean, listen, I'm going to pick Donte Johnson by knockout, right? Because I just think Dumas isn't that good. But the truth is, this guy hasn't fought really anyone that good, and it's his debut in the UFC, and he's dropping 2 weight classes. Like, what could go wrong, right? The odds are probably a little bit high here at minus 350. I'm obviously picking him. I'm going to pick him by knockout, guys, like all you guys are. I know. I look at the comments; they're funny. I'm just like, I don't know. This fight's weird. I mean, like Dumas shouldn't even be in the UFC. He should probably not. He still have his ankle monitor on. That'd be funny if he was fighting with it.
Who was fighting with an ankle monitor on?
Someone in another PKFC, I think, right? Yeah. Bare knuckle, yeah. Donte Johnson by knockout, but again, there's some concerns here, guys, with the moving down in weight and stuff. I don't know. It's weird. I think Johnson will win by knockout. I'm not going to overthink it. That's my pick. You agree?
Yeah, I'm picking Johnson as well. I don't know if it's by knockout, but I'm definitely picking Johnson. I can't pick SD Dumas here. I think Dumas has a lot of other things on his mind as well, yeah. So I think he probably needs some money for sure, But I'm picking Johnson here, man. Donte.
Is the guy big enough to be a middleweight? I mean, Antoine, he was a heavyweight before. You know what I mean? Like, I would think he's a big enough middleweight. He said he wanted to go to welterweight, though, to be fair. So
you got to see Antoine, man. When he fought at heavyweight, obviously he looked short because he's not a heavyweight, So
you know what's funny, though? I was going to say, Marcel, with that fight, like, what was the Mick, the video you sent me? We have a heavyweight bout, Mick. The video he did for the hype video. I watch that still sometimes just to laugh. Like, it's just Mick was so into that fight with him and what's the guy's name? Darren Abbey. Abbey, Dr. Johnson. Yeah, it was so funny.
Remember when they had that whole package of Brando Perisic against this?
They're both like they're both in jail and the guy wanted to commit suicide, had the gun by his head or something. It was
yeah.
I'm like, why did they play this thing? You're like, well, they already did the package. Why not? Carl Robertson, that's who it was in house arrest. Dan said he left the room, came back and heard the word ankle monitor you were talking about. Hell yeah. Donte put him in the dog cage. You might have to go back into that if he loses this fight. No, in all honesty, like it's just weird how he gets the fight before Zach Reese, who kicked him in the nuts, right? Wasn't that what happened? Yeah. And Reese, I thought they just rebooked that fight, but I don't care about that fight anyways. Remember that fight? It's like, we're going to put these guys on the launch UFC card. That made no sense. That
didn't make sense at all, yeah. I remember.
All right, let's go to the next fight here, Marcel. I think this is one of the better fights in the card, too. Timmy Twilight Cuamba taking on ChangHo Lee. Odds for this one. I want to get your thoughts on this fight. Minus 137, Timmy Cuamba, plus 117 underdog, ChangHo Lee. I'll let you start on this one.
I'll let you start. You always give me
the dog. Hit the dog. Hit the dog. That's Marcel. Listen, I like Timmy. I've picked him a few times here on the podcast as a dog. I like the kid. He had that flying knee. He's fun. He's tough. I think ChangHo Lee's the real deal, dude. I mean, he's looked really good in the UFC. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Cortavas Romies is that good, but he fucking destroyed him in that fight. It was incredible. Gets the bonus. And then Zhao Long guy gets the win in that fight. Very fun fight. And Zhao Long he's an okay fighter. I don't think he's amazing, but he's okay. So 2 really good performances, obviously coming from Road to UFC where he knocked a couple guys out. I think this guy's a legit prospect, dude. I like him a lot. He opened as the favorite and the line flipped. So the money's coming on Timmy Cuamba, which again, I think he's a good fighter, but I think ChangHo Lee can win this fight. I think he can get some takedowns and he can make it dirty and maybe he can hurt him too. I like him a lot in this fight. I think he wins the fight, man. I'm definitely picking him as a dog. He's the one dog in the card I really, really like,
I gotta be honest with you. I think he should have lost that fight against Zhao Long for the Road to UFC final.
It's not even a UFC fight, is it?
No, it's not even a UFC fight, yeah. So he looked good against Cortavas Romies, I agree. And Cuamba is pretty decent, I feel like. He got a great finish last time. But yeah, I'm with you.
Let's go.
ChangHo Lee here. I like him more. I actually expected him to be favorite. So, I'm picking him. I like what I've seen so far. Like I said, I don't think he should have won the final against Zhao Long, but still, that was a pretty close fight. So, yeah.
All right, we have a consensus dog. So, our boy Fight Talk might ask me what's our consensus dog this week, and we'll throw the graphic out. So, let's take it. Let's take the dog. All right, let's go to the next fight here.
Main card.
This is the feature feature prelim here, which I mean, I guess, right? We have Billy Elekana taking on Kevin Christian, who I forgot was even on the roster because he's fought since he got signed. Odds for this: Billy's minus 250, Kevin's plus 210. This is a weird fight, dude. I really don't know how this fight's gonna go. Right?
A weird ass fight. Also, have no idea.
I have no idea. Like my lean is like just I'm looking at. I'm like, I guess Billy's gonna win. Then I look at -250. I'm like, I guess. Like, but he's had such a horrible performances. I think both his fights. Bogdan gets finished, and then the fight with Ebon was one of the worst fights of the year. Horrible fight. But then again, Kevin Christian hasn't fought in the UFC yet, and his fight was horrible until he got the finish too.
Yeah, you have to choose, man. What do you watch? Do you watch Carla versus
two evils, right?
do you watch Hamdi versus Barnett, or do you watch Elekana versus Aslan? You have to choose.
Oh boy, probably Hamdi. As sad as it sounds, that fight was the worst stand-up fight I've ever seen in my life. As far as like striking, it was horrible.
So you can use that right hand again, probably, right?
I'm gonna take Billy to win, I guess. By I don't even know. Let me take a look. I mean, does he knock him out? No, he'll win the decision, I guess. But I don't care about this fight, dude. I don't like this fight. What do you think? Taking the dog? Okay, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't blame you. I know what. You know what? I don't blame you. I just can't get there either at the same time.
It's like a super weird fight, and I felt like listen, Billy. Besides the first round against Guskov, where he looked pretty decent,
yeah.
He totally shit the bed in the second round. It was a short notice, so I didn't really blame him. But then that fight against Aslan, that was just painful to watch, man, from both sides pretty much. And Elekana was the least bad one of the two, So, and Kevin Christian also didn't look great on Contender Series. So I don't, this almost, I don't want to be disrespectful. It's almost choosing between shit and puke, It's
don't say that. That's You don't want them to hear that, man. That's not very nice.
I know, but I mean, style wise, I don't mean as the guy. I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't mean in a disrespectful way, but it's like choosing between two. I really have no idea what to pick.
Yeah, I said Billy by decision. I'll say him by knockout actually, because I don't think the Christian guy's gonna have good cardio. That's my guess. And Blake's asking why he set out for a year. I have no clue. I mean, maybe he was injured. I don't know. I just completely forgot he got signed. I'm like, oh yeah, this guy with that horrible fight. And then Dana's like, yeah, it wasn't a great fight, but he got the finish, so we signed him. Like, it's if this was the first or second season of Contender, they wouldn't have signed the guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now they give a contract to every finish, Marcel, as you know, which you don't like. I know you don't like that, but
no.
I don't blame you for taking the dog. I was kind of like thinking about it, but then I'm like, I can't do it, just because the layoff is kind of weird. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. We don't have odds for this one, unfortunately, because it's fresh. But Cody Durden is stepping on a short notice for Rafael Estevam, taking Allan Nascimento. Who was your pick in that fight? Rafael versus Nascimento. Who were you going to pick in that one?
Probably Nascimento.
Okay, I was going to take Estevam by decision, so we would have had a different pick. But in this fight, I have to go with Nascimento. And again, Dan, I know you're in the chat. I know you love your boy Cody. I get it. Like, I'm not trying to hate on Cody. I like Cody too. He's a good dude. But short notice, he's had a rough go here lately, and I actually think Nascimento is a really good fighter who's like really underrated because he doesn't fight that often. That's the problem. But he did fight earlier this year, a few months ago against Jafel Fio, and had I think he lost the first round, came back and won the next two. I think you picked him. It was a really good pick. And it kind of made me remember, like, this guy's good because his other two wins in the UFC were solid performances. And then his fight with Tajir back, it was 4 years ago, right? He's only had 4 fights in 4 years, which is crazy. But it was a really good performance, and he could have won that fight, just based on the work he did off his back. So very, very, solid grappler and, a guy with a high work rate, obviously trains at Shoot a Box, amazing camp too. Against the guy at American Top Team, Marcel. So that's interesting as well. But listen, I like Cody a lot, but I think Nascimento wins, and honestly, I'm going to take him by submission too. What do you think?
I'm taking Nascimento by decision. I think Durden will make sure not to get caught, probably, but I think Nascimento is ready, Cody takes it on short notice. It's a difficult fight, I feel like. Nascimento is just a very difficult fight to fight, and I think Durden is good, don't get me wrong, but
I'm with you.
I just think stylistically is a bad matchup,
I think Allan, if he fought more often, would maybe be top 15. Like, I think he's solid, very talented. Yeah. So
he gave Tagira a really good fight, I remember. So.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We have Charles Radtke against Daniel Frunza, which this fight probably ends by a brutal knockout, I would think. The odds for this fight have Radtke -150, Frunza +130. I'm taking Charles Radtke by knockout, Marcel. I have to. I can't take Frunza, dude. I can't do it. The guy, he had that fight with the Vadim Kutsi guy, Marcel. Remember this fight on Contender where he got dropped early, but then came back and won after the guy death cast? And then he gets destroyed by Reese McKee. There's no other way to put it. I think you actually picked Reese McKee, which was a really good pick. 3 knockdowns and then a doctor stoppage, dude. Like, that is just not a good look against Reese McKee. Who's like, that's his only win, I think, right, in the UFC. Right? So 1 in 5, that was his only win. That's not a good look, dude. Obviously, Radtke got melted by my boy Mike Malott in his last fight, which was awesome to watch. And Montserrat was there for it. He fucking dropped him and just finished him. And after Radtke talked all that shit about Malott and the Canadian flag, so nice to see. But yeah, you know me, Marcel. I try to pick, with my head, not my heart, and I got to pick the guy who I think is the better fighter, quite frankly. And I know he's been knocked out a couple times, but to me, like, losing him a lot in Protes isn't that bad. The guy's got legit power, and yeah, I think he's going to win. Also, he might get into his head. He might talk some shit at the weigh-ins and stuff. I actually like Chuck Buffalo, believe it or not. You know what I mean? I actually like the guy. Just not when he fought my boy Malott. But yeah, I think he knocks him out. So.
Maybe McKee is Frunza's Drasky, What's Walter Walker? But no, I'm always also on Radtke here, man. It's not even that I think Radtke is like super special or anything, but I think like Radtke is better than Frunza, and Frunza hasn't convinced me so far. So for me, also Radtke.
Knockout, right?
Yeah.
Talk about Dean's ass. I think you're talking about either Dern's ass or Chris Barnett's ass. There was only 2 asses we saw last night, right, Marcel?
Let's talk about Dean's ass.
Not Herb Dean, I don't think. Probably Durden. Durden looked great. I mean, obviously, Durden looked great. Marcel was more into Chris Barnett's ass, personally. But
you had your right hand ready, like I said on Twitter. So.
I'm a switch hitter, buddy. All right. Yeah, these guys are talking about the Atlanta card they both went to. It wasn't a great card. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We have... This is a really interesting fight, I think, too. Isaac Dalgarian taking on Yadir Daval. Marcel, this one's really interesting and flying under the radar, I think. 2 good prospects at featherweight. Odds for this one, Isaac is the favorite, -268. Yadir +228. What do you think about this one? I'll let you start.
Oh, it's a difficult fight to pick,
I know,
man.
That's why I made you start.
Yeah, I think Isaac Dalgarian is really good, man. I really like the guy. I think he got... close decision against Rodriguez. He could have won that fight. I think maybe he should have won that fight. Last time he beat Brandon Moradi, but it kind of took a long time before he got the finish. I thought he would finish him earlier, to be honest. But hey, he got the win, Yeah, Yadir Del Valle, he's a good fighter. He got that win over Conor Matthews last time. Yeah, but I mean, I expected him to win that fight, to be really honest. It's an interesting fight, dude. Yeah. But overall, I have more faith right now in Dalgarian. Although I think Del Valle is a really good fighter. I honestly think it can go both ways, dude. I'm not like convinced, but I'm going with Dalgarian. Yeah, I'm picking him by decision. Will be close, but I think he uses wrestling a lot, probably.
I honestly am kind of on the fence about this fight, guys, to be honest with you, because I think Daval's pretty good. Like, I think he's solid, He's looked good. He looked good in his debut, and he looked great in Contender, and he's undefeated. So there's a lot to like about this kid, I think. At the same time, though, I think Dalgarian's really good. He's looked great, and I think he got robbed against Christian Rodriguez, personally. I think he should be undefeated in the UFC. Amazing wrestling, obviously. I know that Daval also has pretty good wrestling. I think he's a black belt, too, so, I mean, it's an interesting fight. Ultimately, I got to go with the guy with more experience in the UFC who's proven he can go, 15 minutes with the wrestling. So I'll go with Dalgarian. I'll take him by decision too.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think this fight is going to be interesting. I'll just say that. Marcel, I think it'll be an interesting fight, and I wouldn't be shocked if there's an upset here. I wouldn't be at all. So I know there's a lot of money coming in on Dalgarian. I'm not sure about that. By the way, this comment's hilarious. This guy said he saw Barnett in his dreams multiple times. So there you go, Marcel. That's not my burner account, by the way. That's not.
Damn, dude! You want to be so much. You want to switch with this guy. You really want to.
I love Dan too. He's like, think about the Blue Jays and get that Barnett ass out of your head. Yeah, I know, right? All right, Isaac, the dude running. No, that's not Isaac. You must be thinking of someone else. Isaac's not. I don't think, right? Like, I don't.
Oh, I think he means CJ Vergara.
Yeah, that's Vergara. That's a different guy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. All right, let's go to the next fight here. Jeremiah Wells against Temba Garimbo. I got to be honest. I don't think this fight should be in the main card. This one, to me, should be switched with Norma. I'm just saying that. I don't really think it's not going to be that good of a fight, Marcel. That's my opinion on this one. I think it's going to be a grinding kind of fight.
Temba's going to watch this, dude.
Temba's going to watch it and hate me now. Well, maybe for half a second, because we got Temba -130, Jeremiah Wells +110. I'm taking Temba by decision to win a gritty decision here. Listen, I like Jeremiah Wells a lot. But that fight with Warley Alves was like 5 years ago, man. It's been so long. And since then, to me, he hasn't looked that good. He's getting older. He's kind of on the decline now. Temba's, I know he's coming off that loss with Vicente Luque, where, I mean, that's a bad loss. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or about it. But before that, had a nice run going with all the wrestling, and I think he can get the job done here. So I think Jeremiah has to finish him to get the job done. I don't see him finishing Temba in this fight. I'm going to take Temba by decision in a fight that I think should be in the prelims. I'll just say it right now. Sorry, Temba. Sorry, Jeremiah. Put Norma Dumont on the card, main card, because she's probably going to get the title shot if she wins. So you agree with me? Or take the dog. Take the dog. Temba's gonna. He already hates you, dude. He unfollowed you on all the social media. So did he block you too, or just
no, not at all, not at all. He actually followed me, and but he's not on socials anymore. He deleted everything. So
listen, I understand why these guys want to go and listen. Like Mr. Pozo just talked some shit about our friend Clint from Die Hard MMA. I don't know if you saw that. Clint had some choice words. Mr. Pozo, you didn't see that?
No, where?
Oh, I think he posted a video or something on his Instagram because like Clint said he was going to kill him. Max was going to kill this guy. He's going to sanction murder. It doesn't look good when your guy loses. You know what I mean? But listen, we've had some bad takes too on this podcast, no doubt about it. So I'm just saying, some of these fighters, I get why they go back and listen. They want to get that, they want to kind of own you back, but at the same time, like you can't be so sensitive. You're a fighter. You know what I mean? So.
I'm thinking Wells by decision, by the way. I think his wrestling is pretty decent, and he can. Listen, last time I said Ruiz can out-grapple Temba, and then Temba out-grappled Ruiz, and he was like, he messaged me, I was like, I out-grappled your boy, and you said he was going to out-grapple me. So I'm expect Temba, if you out-grapple Jeremiah, I expect a message again from you, and you can talk shit to me all you want, So, yeah, I'm picking Wells. I think he can win. So I'm picking Wells here.
Okay,
decision.
There you go. That's the pick. How old do you think Temba is? What is? Do they think he's lying about his age? I mean, he's 30. He says he's younger than me, so 34, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. You guys are funny. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We have two more fights, Marcel. Waldo Cortes-Acosta taking on Ante Delia, UFC heavyweight division, the Mick Maynard special in the co-main event. Mick probably wanted it. Wasn't this the main event originally, actually? Wasn't this?
So they were talking about this as a main event, I think, but they switched and they wanted to have Garcia Onama. They thought it was a better main event.
Okay. Well, the odds for this one have Delia minus 120, plus 100 on Waldo. So Delia is a small favorite here, Marcel. The line could flip. No, I'm taking Ante. I'll take him by decision. I'll take him by. Well, I mean, I know Waldo's never been knocked out in MMA, but he's been knocked out in boxing. I think Delia probably knocks him out in this fight. I mean, he might win decision. But again, I have concerns. I mean, the guy's cardio to me is still questionable. I think Waldo's I think he's a fun fighter. I mean, he's got good boxing. He's got good chin. He's a guy who's going to stand and trade. It's clearly a test to see how good Delia is, because if he wins, it gets him right in that top of the division. Delia, I think, wins the fight, though. I'll take him by knockout. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think Waldo is a fun fighter at all, to be honest.
Really?
He really frustrates me all the time when I'm watching him, unless he knocks somebody out. But when he knocks somebody out, it's Lucas Dreschke. Yeah, I'm picking Ante Delia by knockout first round. I think he touches him, to be honest.
All right. Let's go to the main event here, guys. We have Steve Garcia taking on David Onama, and this is a 5-round fight. Featherweight division. Odds for this one have Steve Garcia minus 130, plus 110, David Onama. I'm taking Steve Garcia to knock out David Onama and extend his win streak to 7 straight fights. I really like both guys. They are both exciting fighters. This is an awesome fight. I have no problem with this fight being the main event. A lot of people are like, why is this the main event? Because it's a great fight. That's why. These guys deserve it, man. They both put on incredible fights. They both looked really good the last couple of years. I have no problem with it. David hasn't lost in 3 years. It's pretty. I forgot about that, And Steve hasn't lost in 3 years either. So these guys have been working their fucking asses off to get this spot, and they're both ranked fighters. So I think it's a very, very fun fight. But to me, like, Steve has so much momentum right now. He's so improved. He's got the power, I think, to put David Onama away. So I'm taking Steve Garcia by knockout. And I love this fight. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm also taking Rafa Garcia's brother. I think he wins. It's a really interesting fight, because I think the longer the fight goes, it can be even more interesting. Because both guys are always really game. Yeah. But I have Garcia right now a little bit higher than Onama, to be really honest, and that's why I'm picking him. But hey, man, you never know. Onama got the knockout power, so there's a possibility always. And we've seen Steve being knocked out against Maashate before, so
you're 100% right. Yeah, and then that loss looks bad. I remember I picked Maashate in that fight. That was up at lightweight, though. And then that Roberto Romero guy, who's I don't think in the UFC anymore, he dropped Onama, right? Remember
he's
that?
Still there. He's still there.
Okay, he's still in the thing. Yeah. Fun fight though. Marcel, I'm gonna ask you this: could this be fight of the night too? Could it be like an absolute war? That's fight of the night.
Why not? Yeah,
I think it could be too. Actually, Like this could be a really good fight, I think. True, are you picking Onama then? I see some people are picking Onama. I saw Antoine's picking him. Blake's taking Garcia. A few guys are taking Garcia. So, anyways, I think you're going to see, both people taken.
Antoine is not going against a brother, so I understand that.
Yeah, of course. Antoine, yeah, he fought. he fought in Bellator, yeah, years ago. He fought Joe Warren. He fought a few other guys. He fought like 3 or 4 times in Bellator.
Joe Warren is like how do you say that? The mini version of Chael Sonnen.
Like a Colby Covington, like some shit talker. He was great back in the day. I love Joe Warren. He was a great shit talker. All right, let me go and I'll do the fight. I'll what's it called? I'll recap the fights and we'll get out of here. Both took Alencar by decision. Both took Coe by decision. Both took Ardelean by decision. Both took Dumont by decision. Both took Johnson by knockout. Both took Lee by what, knockout or decision in that one? What did we say for that?
I said decision.
Okay, I'll say the two. I took Elekana by knockout. Marcel took Christian by submission, I think, right? Submission?
No, by decision.
Oh, by decision, sorry. I took Nascimento by submission. Marcel took Nascimento by decision.
Decision, yeah.
Both took Radtke by knockout. Both took Bulgarian decision. I took Rimbo decision. Marcel took Wells decision. Both took Delia knockout. Both took Garcia knockout. So we have
2 different.
One consensus dog. Marcel took 3 dogs. I took 1. Usually I take a lot of dogs. This card, there's a few fights where I see the dog. I'm not going to get all the picks right. So some of these leans I had, they might, end up winning. Like, for instance, like I think Duvall has a chance. I also think the Christian guy has a chance for sure. There's even. Yeah, I mean, she's got a chance, for sure. So, anyways, great card, I think. And now they look at it, I think it's a pretty great card. Like for a fight night card that no one cares about, it's fun. I shouldn't say great. It's a good card. It's a good card.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Let's get a couple comments here, guys, and we'll get out of here. Yeah, I think still probably 7. I always still go with that. Marcel, I've been thinking the same way. 7.
Same.
Yeah.
You
guys are fighting each other because Yair and Allan. Yeah, they should fight more often. Most guys. How's the week looking ahead for y'all? Pretty busy. I mean, work and got my daughter this week, so I'll be busy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he quit. I mean, he's at the eye doctor today, so I don't know if that's fair. But it's too bad that fight didn't end up going on, and seeing a result. But yeah, best parlay. I don't like this card for parlays. I don't like it at all, Antoine. I'll say that because I think these favorites, like this bigger favorites, could lose. So I would stay away from it. All right, Marcel, I think that's pretty much all I want to talk about. We went a little past half an hour, but I told you I want to stick around that time. Anything else you want to say to the people, dude? Anything?
Yeah, have fun watching the fights, and let's hope it's a better card than last week,
It will be. I'll make that prediction right now. All right, guys, have a great week. We'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Peace. Be back next Sunday to recap UFC Vegas 110, preview UFC Vegas.